The concern was to make sure that we had, like I said, you have to go back to a frame which is very simple. To drive prices down, you need more competition. In Canada, in our context, you need a strong fourth national player. So these conditions that you find in these agreements, which we made public, is to drive that with roaming arrangement, with making sure that these conditions will bring this fourth national player that will be able to compete significantly in Ontario, in Manitoba, in British Columbia, and Alberta. Because what we've seen, evidence is that prices in Quebec are 20% lower than in the rest of Canada. So the commitment was bring these prices lower across Canada. And if that doesn't work, I will seek more power from Parliament to make sure that I drive prices down in Canada.
The concern by consumers, legitimate, as you say, we have high wireless prices here. The Globe knows it. Study after study shows it. Is that there's not enough competition, and we just made one of the biggest players even bigger and more concentrated. So
well, you bring a fourth national player that before would have been weaker, and that's why it's so important.
Your hopes are pinned on freedom.
Oh, listen, my hope is that now, first we said no to the transfer of license from Shaw to Rogers. Yes. I denied that. So then what they came and they say, because I'm the regulator, they came with a potential partner, which was Videotron. What Videotron brought to the table is that ability to push prices down across Canada. And if you go back to the only objective I have is to make sure that we do that. And in the Canadian context, you do that. But I wanted a contract because I said, I hear you, but you know what? I'm a lawyer. I'd rather to have that in contract approved by your board, signed by your CEOs. And you know what? I'll be watching you, but as well as 38 million Canadians. So we'll make that public. And, you know, I think there was one commentator that says for the first time, the Canadian public have a seat at the telecom table. That's what I wanted for Canada.
Another option in this country would be to open up to foreign competition and have true open markets in telecom, as we do in many other sectors of our economy. Why do we continue to protect this one sector? Well,
we said, you know, everything is going to be on the table. You saw that I put in a moratorium, and I said we're going to review all that. And if I don't see prices going down for Canadians, that everything is on the table. So I think the message is being heard. If I hear comments from different CEOs now, they get it. And they know me by now that, you know, I mean what I say. And this contract, which is unprecedented in Canadian history, where, you know, you transfer licenses with 21 conditions, and you make that public, and you have penalties, and you have liquidated damages, and you have to maintain jobs, and you have to make investments. You know, in the Canadian context, I think this was our moment. And if that doesn't work, I was clear with Canadians, we'll have to look for other things and seek more power.
Our own Commissioner of Competition, Matthew Boswell, did not think this deal should go through, lost at tribunal. But was that something that gave you pause? Did you stop and think, if my commissioner doesn't think that this is good for competition in Canada, maybe it's not?
Well, I applaud his work. But, you know, that went then to the Competition Tribunal and the Federal Court of Appeal. And basically what the Federal Court of Appeal said is that you need more competition to drive down prices, and you do that to a fourth national player. That's basically what's the outcome of that. So my mission then was to say, okay, but let's negotiate. Let's have a contract. Let's have a contract with Canadians where, you know, the investment you said you're going to do are going to be contractually binding and legally enforceable to arbitration. And, you know, there will be liquidated damages. And, you know, they know that I'll be like a hawk watching that. But the good thing, it's not only me now, it's all Canadians. So we're going to be watching together. The contract with Canadians is public, and we want to see prices go down in Canada.
Not a lot of time, but from a business point of view, Rogers obviously hopes to cut costs when it acquires Shaw, up to $1 billion in costs. You'll be watching to make sure that doesn't mean layoffs and closing important operations or reduced capital expenditures. But what if it does? And would Rogers even want to do the deal if it can't cut some of those costs?
Listen, they have enough money, in my view, to be able to do that. In a sense, they committed to have their headquarters in Calgary for at least 10 years, to hire 3,000 new people in Western Canada. And because of the size of the investments, they've committed to invest billions of dollars in 5G in Indigenous community, in rural communities. And they'll need people. So the commitments we have are giving us the confidence that there'll be certainly the jobs will be there, and that the investments will be following that. And I think they know me by now. If that doesn't work, like I said, everything's going to... Because this was it's kind of a last attempt in Canada. Because as the regulator, you can only judge cases on the basis of the regime that's in place when people file. But now I said, you know what? I'm putting a moratorium. I'll reform the regime. So anyone who's coming next will have to be under the new regime. And if that is not sufficient, well, everything is on the table.